China's pigging out, literally. One of its biggest meat packers, Shanwei International, is buying Smithfield Foods for $4.7 billion in cash. If completed, that will be the biggest takeover to date of an American company by a Chinese one. Industry experts say it may have a lot to do with food safety concerns in China. In March, more than 16,000 rotting pigs were found floating in one of Shanghai's main water sources. Even worse, Chinese police recently broke a crime ring that passed off more than $1 million in rat and small mammal meat as mutton. Steve Myers of Paragon Economics in Iowa says that the Chinese are sick of bad food.
I think there's a lot of speculation of how much some food safety issues in China over the last year or so have driven the interest of a major supplier in the country to go elsewhere for raw material supplies. We're a very dependable supplier of pork, so I don't see any concerns on our end of the thing. I think maybe that might be one of the motivators on the Chinese end.
Health concerns aside, Scott Shellady, who trades at the CME for Trian Group, says the deal boils down to simple economics, supply and demand. China's current population is 1.3 billion, and that's rising 0.5% every year.
At the end of the day, the China region and their annual per capita consumption is probably, it's most definitely more than double the U.S. annual per capita consumption. So whatever reason they tell you they're buying it, they're really only buying it for one reason. They want our hogs.
But pulling pork out of the U.S. will have an impact on prices. In the past year, hog futures have risen nearly 9% on global demand.
That's just going to make things a little bit more expensive. It's probably going to make the futures market a little bit tighter, or at least the hog market a little bit tighter as far as what we've got here as far as supply going forward.
Given the testy relationship between the U.S. and China, this might be a tough sell. So far this year, Chinese companies have bought 10 U.S. firms worth $10.5 billion. That's just 20% of all takeovers in the U.S. by foreign firms. To head off concerns about food security or food safety, Shanwei says U.S. operations will remain under American management control and staff. Some analysts feel that assurance could help Shanwei bring home the bacon.